Okay, the day I got fibromyalgia, costochondritis. Okay, I can't forget that day. It was almost 2 years ago. It all started 2 weeks prior to when the costochondritis hit me first. Um, Before spring break, I had a little pain right here in the chest. I'm a physical education teacher and I love to lift weights, so I figured it was just, it's just sore of some of the workouts that I do with the kids and myself. So during those 2 weeks, the soreness was a little more, and I kind of put it off. And then I remember that day that the first case of COVID came out, and we were supposed to get back to school the following week, but we never did. And then that week, my pain got a little bit bigger. And I don't know what happened that night. All of a sudden I woke up and I felt super tired. My body was hot. There was just kind of like when you have like the cold or the flu, and you feel that weak, right? Well, that's the way I felt, but I felt a lot of pressure on my chest, and I felt that I couldn't breathe well. I remember waking up at 4 in the morning and I went outside to water the plants, and because I felt I needed fresh air, like I didn't know what was going on. Just my whole body was aching. Tremendous pressure right here. And the following morning I said to my wife, I have to go to the ER. And that's when COVID started, right? So then I went to the ER. They did a lot of exams, and they came with the conclusion that I had costochondritis, right? The inflammation of the lining of the breastbones right here, or the ribs, all this area all the way down. Apparently, maybe if you pulled it out a little bit or something. That's what they told me I had. Okay, 2 days passed and I wasn't getting any better, and I felt really bad. I went back. They did other tests and they still said it was just that. At this time, no doctor wanted to see you. They were all panicking because of the virus. So it took me 2 months to get a regular doctor visit, right? And I called and by the phone, and what do you feel? Well, I feel, all this pressure. I can't breathe. So he gave me the nebulizer, and he gave me some painkillers, some muscle relaxants, you name it. And I know you've done that too, where they're giving you so many things and you just can't figure out what's going on. So anyways, another month passed, and to make story short, I finally get to see a rheumatologist, and after numerous tests, blood tests, physical tests, etc., came out with the conclusion that I had fibromyalgia. Okay, how did I come up with that? How did I get it? I don't know. The doctor cannot explain it to me. I did not have an illness. I was very, very healthy, very strong. Ate well, not great. I did consume a little bit of alcohol, but I don't think I was in excess. Like maybe on the weekends, every weekend I would drink a few beers. So I don't think it was that. What I came up with was 3 years ago I injured my shoulder, and before that I was also getting shots for bulge disc back in, I want to say 2012, 2013, or maybe 2014. I was getting shots for bulge disc on my back. So a physical therapist said maybe that could have costed, too much chemicals in your body. I don't know. And then I came up with the conclusion, seeing other people's and people that help with fibromyalgia said that it might have been another injury that made that caused all that pressure, because since I wasn't able to use my shoulder a lot, I was using everything else to compensate for not being able to use my shoulder. So when I would lift, it was more like pressure over here, and with that, I think it's just that's how I created my costochondritis, which sent my body into shock with all the pain, and then it just took over my nerves, and that's how I think I got the fibromyalgia, right? Costochondritis, boom, created the fibromyalgia. 2 years have passed, and I've come a long way because I wasn't able to lift anything, nothing at all. Like, I can't take out the trash. I couldn't hold the blower to blow the leaves or cut the grass with the mower. Now I can do that. Yes, there's still discomfort. I wasn't able to lift 5-pound weights. Now I'm up to 10 to 15. Slowly. It hurts still, but I still do it. I still do some squats with no weights, 10 pounds maybe at the most. And I went from being in the sofa in bed rest. I would go from the sofa to the bed and walk that distance, and I would get extremely tired and just lay down, give up, back and forth. I went for that for like 6 months. It was just that bad. Now I'm able to take walks. I'm able to run. I'm able to jog. It took me a year and 5 months to be able to jog. Now I'm able to run. I can sprint. I get tired easily, but I'm able to do it. And I'm striving to maybe play baseball again soon. Right now my shoulder is the one that's killing me. Now what also helped me was that I got a couple of shots across. I went and I got some anti-inflammatory shots in Mexico, and I think that helped me a lot, especially with my back, because the doctor said I was heading to getting ankylosing spondylitis on my lower back. I told him it was just that I hurt my disc on the bottom part, but he said that it was probably that. So I told him I was going to take those shots because he was not able or willing to give them to me. So I went to Mexico and I took those 2 shots, and it took like a month before I felt like, hey, like my back's not hurting that more. Like, I wasn't even able to drive. The seats of the truck or my SUV or the car was just like hurt me. The driving was just so painful to even turn the car. It's just the pain was unbearable. But like I said, two years have passed. Well, it's gonna be in March would be the 2 years, and unforgettable. Well, I want to forget that day. I wish I could go back and not lift until my body would have healed or taken care of an injury, whichever it was. It was this, or I don't know. You can't go back, so you just gotta push forward and try to work through it, because that's what I've done. Just okay. So what has helped me cure my fibromyalgia? Honestly, I don't think anything has. Just trying to eat healthier and exercising through some of the pain, but some days it's just worse than others. I think at night I have to be cold, because if I get like a little hot, it just creates a hot flash and it's unbearable. So honestly, I've tried everything. I've done research on YouTube and just Google things, and I've taken some supplements. I'm not gonna mention what, not here, not on live video or on video, but I have taken some supplements. I did mention a couple of shots, and I'm not gonna give you the name, so I don't want you getting hurt or something happened to you. I don't want to be responsible. So and that's my story with costochondritis and fibromyalgia. I do feel better. I don't feel that sickness that comes with having fibromyalgia in the beginning. There's a sickness that comes with it, and you just feel sick all the time. Not to mention the headaches. I've gone for like a couple of months with headaches right now. They've For the last month I had a headache. Comes and goes. You're very sensitive to light, to sounds, computer scrolling and all that. You're very sensitive to it too. But like I did mention, I've come a long way, and I'm going to be striving to try and beat fibromyalgia. Like and subscribe, and we'll keep talking. Thank you guys.